4 minutes to go. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Oops. Oh dear. I'm going to get used to this again. It's been 3 weeks.
This year, there are 2 of our colleagues from Victoria and 1 from Tasmania, whose names will appear in balloons conveyed from here at the domain to the police memorial.
Oops.
AFL and Jordan De Goey insists he's the freshest player on Collingwood's list after taking an extended break to get his body right for finals. Jordan Tunbridge reports.
Fit and firing when it matters most. Jordan De Goey insists his injury woes are a thing of the past.
I'm the freshest of the list. I think all the boys have made that pretty clear. The body feels really good.
The star Collingwood midfielder took an extended break from round 10 until round 21 to get his body right.
Okay, it won't be long. Till we're live.
Such a long year, and the boys did such a fantastic job to be in the position.
One of the Pies' best in their win over the Crows. De Goey hopes for more of the same against the Lions in Saturday's prelim.
Hi, everyone.
Hopefully we can keep that ball rolling.
Meantime, the AFL is officially bringing back State of Origin.
Just waiting for the ads to go through. Oh, that was my leg. Just whacked my leg. Oh, gosh. That hurt. Okay.
Slater telling his podcast the Raiders have a lot of work to do ahead of Saturday night's elimination semi-final.
I'm leaning the Sharks.
At least the Eels aren't
I'm leaning towards the Sharks.
No, what are they coming? I didn't even do my tips last week. Oh, are they?
11. I was having a conversation with somebody. I was like, at least they're not last. The number
Fair
11
enough.
on the ladder.
Yeah.
The Raiders are somehow first.
Can you believe it's September? Middle of September. That's insane.
If you were looking for a
2 minutes. Wow. Ads galore.
Reach out with awesome people from around the world who share their inspiring life stories. The Mind Positively podcast.
Okay, what do we got here?
25% of shared podcasts.
I wrote this quote down. Best way to rob a bank? To own one.
Best way to own a house? Go after a man with a house deposit.
Fair enough.
Providing dedicated, dignified, versatile, and professional funeral services, assisting community members in their time of loss.
But you're live.
Yeah. Oh, I see on. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I can't edit that bit out either, Ellie.
No gold digger, guys. Just
Not quite, are we?
responsibility.
Fair enough. You tag. Oh, here we go. It's already started.
Photography is about telling a story and capturing those rare moments.
I can't believe some of the quotes that I get. My attitude is a result of your actions. So when you don't like me, blame yourself. Okay, that's a good point.
My favorite one has been my favorite saying this week is stupid actions, stupid consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
And no expectations, no disappointments.
Exactly. Exactly. That's very true, actually, Ellie. Very wise.
30 seconds.
All right.
That's excellent. No expectations, no disappointments.
That's right. Well, I've got Wendy Harvey's earrings on tonight, and they're the angel ones, and they're stabbing me in the head. Might have to take them off. Well, welcome to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. I've been off air for 3 weeks with the flu as well as other family-related surgeries. And how are you, Miss Ellie?
Yeah, alive and thriving.
Alive and thriving. Good to see you, Miss Ellie. I missed you. And what have you been up to since you...
Work.
Just work. See, Ellie's a workaholic like me, and we were just going through some of the I won't say what Ellie said on the air, but
Oh, is this the house to call it house one?
and I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying it on air.
No. We won't do that to
My
you. But
parents listen to this. I don't want to disappoint them.
no.
Sorry,
I would
Mum.
never
Sorry,
do. Yep, never doing that for you,
Don't
Miss
have
Ellie. I've got your back. Don't worry about that. All right. So, but I was just talking about some of my quotes in my little trusty little gratitude quote book here, and it's I don't know how some people think of these quotes, but it's like another one here. It says, "Never let anyone poison your peace and then guilt trip you for being fed up." That's another good one, isn't it? I love it. But anyway, welcome to the show, guys. I've been off air. I've been unwell for the 2 weeks, and then last week I couldn't make it either. But if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page on Facebook, which is Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I've done this for 521 live shows with Miss Ellie, and tonight is a live 90.5 FM's 174th live show. And I'm just saying to Ellie as well before we started, I cannot believe that it's already the midway through September. Can you believe that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it. I just think
I
it's
just crossed each day off the
flying.
calendar, and I'm like,
Yeah, I know. It's just flying by. Are you going overseas? Was it you that was going overseas on a trip at the end of the year or October?
yeah,
Was
that
it?
was December.
December, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Was that the cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's really cool. Wow. What date, Ellie?
10th to the no, it's the 8th to the 18th.
Ah,
And now
beautiful.
you can tell spirit to go away.
No, yeah, I know. I don't know if you told me that before. Have you told me that before? You might have mentioned to
It's
me
been
ages ago. I
mentioned,
remember you
age-
said you were going to go on a trip, but I didn't know when. I
It's
remember.
been mentioned ages ago, but
Yeah. Wow. Well,
spirit
yeah.
times are like just
Buzz off,
knock
right?
off.
Yeah, knock off. Okay, knock off there, Ellie says, spirit.
I love you, but no, we're not going down that path.
Fair enough. And let's say hi to John and Lord Pig from the Smorgasbord. Thanks for introducing us. And yes, we're back on air. We missed you too. And thanks for looking after the studio while I was away with Miss Ellie. And so let's go back over to the Facebook page and say good evening to a few people. So long time no see for Miss Jill Polglaze and Michelle Coburn. We've got Jacqueline Stevenson here. Jana Jansen Gomez, good evening to us. You're saying good morning, but we don't say morning. We say happy Monday or hi, because morning is morning. There's spells are with words, and we don't say hello either because it's hell and o. And good evening to John from the Abandoned and Haunted page. I missed you as well. He says hi, Julie, because he's saying having a conversation with Jill Polglaze over there. We've also got here on the live Glennis Lacey, Jenny Lynn Berkeley. Good evening. Well, you haven't even said good evening, Jenny Berkeley, then you're asking me for a question without saying please or thank you. So I'll leave it there for that one. We've got Wendy Merce Martin. Good evening. Good to see you, and good to see you writing on here. Good to be back. Thank you. Diane Christine Williams. Hi, Leslie. Yes, we'll go into the reading shortly. If people are just new to my show, I don't start off with the reading straight away. I like to draw in spirit so that spirit can have an opportunity for you, not me, but for you to actually understand that you're here to be with a question, to be putting through a question so that your spirit and your past loved ones can actually come through tonight for you, not for me. So I'm just the messenger. But we've got Jacqueline Brooker. Good evening. Let's keep going. Jocelyn Stevens, we've done that. Yes. Victoria Lee, good evening. I will just repost your questions, guys. We like to say good evening. It's only, a few minutes into the show. Jenny Berkeley, yes, we've seen that one twice now. You're welcome there, Jenny. She's apologized. That's okay. Erin Welsh, good evening. I've missed you, Leslie, Ellie, and Spirit. It is good, so good to see you. Thank you. It's really nice to be back. Sometimes you kind of, need to have that break, but not on the circumstances that I had, because I was knocked off my feet with that damn influenza B flu. And mind you, everyone around me had it, and clearly I was definitely going to be catching it. Have you had this? Have you had the flu lately, Ellie?
No.
Well.
No, thankfully. But everyone around me has.
Yeah, I know. There you go. There
Stay
you
away
go.
from me.
Exactly. So there you go. Stay away from Ellie. Right, what else have we got here? So let's see the questions. So repost your questions up here. I will go now. I had a beautiful discussion with Miss Wendy Harvey on the way over to the studio tonight. And she's doing very well for the people that know her. She's one of our spirit riders. She's been with me for a long time. Probably how long would Miss Harvey been with me?
She was here before I was.
Yeah, so
I've been
she's
here almost 4 years.
Yeah, there you go. So that's like 5 years plus for Miss Harvey. She's written probably 120, maybe more poems for me that we read over the evening, or actually mainly at the end of the evening, and bless people with that. She gets a pen, and then all of a sudden spirit comes through and then tells her what to write. It's really cool. And all of a sudden, you know, the actual poems that she sends me on that day for that show that night will actually mean something for the person that's actually on the show, or anybody that's on the show. It's kind of really bizarre how it's related to the show over time. So for people with problems, I'm just going to go through my little trusty little gratitude book that I write quotes down and little things down, and protection, I don't like to call them spells, but I like to call them little protection mechanisms. And this one is for everybody out there. If you feel like you've been attacked, or some people ring me and they say, my friends say to me, "Oh, Lesley, I've been spiritually attacked." And I go, "What does that involve?" And they say, "Oh, this and that, this and that." And I go, "Oh, really?" And I think, wow, I don't get that. How come I don't get that? It must be because I'm really protected and I use my spirit to 100% protect me. So for the people that are out there that actually want to protect themselves, you can do little things around, and you can say this and write it down. And I have affirmations in a plastic sleeve in my bathroom, and I look at it in the morning, and it's affirmations about little things that I want to happen that day. And I also say, you know, if I'm going to work, I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to be motivated. I'm going to be happy. Everyone around me is going to be happy. I'm looking forward to, you know, everyone like enjoying and having fun and loving everyone and being really, really motivated to see, you know, like just to have a beautiful day at work. And pretty much 98% of the time, I won't say 99 because it's too close to 100, but I say 98% of the time, it happens for me like that. And that's only me just putting it out to the universe for it to manifest the way I want it to manifest. So this little spell, or not even a spell, like this little protection mechanism here it goes like this: I am safe. Everything is working out for my highest good. Only good will come to me. All is well. So you're planting the seed with the universe for that to happen. And pay attention to the numbers around you, which is your 1111s, your 333s, your 222s, your 1010s, your 555s, especially because I see that a lot, the 555 in my readings when I'm doing them. I see themes. For example, if somebody is similar to me and they don't know it all, they got like a little bit of an inclination that they are actually, you know, have the knowing, or they have some of the clairs, which might be the smelling, the seeing, the feeling, the hearing, the knowing, you know, or they might have the psychometry where they can just touch a pen and then all of a sudden they can pull through energy from the last person that had the pen, or that person's pen, for example. So, you know, when you have protection around you, you actually don't feel all other people's energy. But once I start saying to people, and I have that theme of, you know, spirit will show me, for example, if someone's like me, like I said, spirit will show me shadows to my right, people just running past me to my right as a shadow. And then they'll show me the person that I'm reading for facing the left. And then there'll be a shimmy of white mist right behind them. You know, like when you come out of the shower and the shower's a little bit misty. Well, that's what I see. I see that little tiny shimmy of mist behind them. And if it's a dark color, I know that there's spirit entities that are not good around that person. So, and I know that they understand where I'm coming from, because as soon as I say that, they say, yeah, well, actually this and this and that happened. And I'm, well, yeah, well, that's because you've got dark entities around you. You need to get rid of it. You need to stop that dark entity of spirit around you so that you can move on. And if I have the same themes, for example, if someone's short of money, Spirit will show me a theme of empty pockets. You know, like when you stand up and you have a pair of jeans on and you pull your pockets out and they come up and they're empty like rabbit's ears, and then you push them down and then they start to fill up. Well, I know the time frame of when they're going to fill up again for when your money's coming back in the door. So that's how I see that. So Spirit will show me that as well, and they'll give me a flash or a target of when the money's coming in. Like they might say 2 months, or they'll give me a 2 or a 22 or something like that, you know. So on the 22nd you might be getting money, etc. So 2 and 2 is 4, or the month of April as well. So Spirit always gives me numbers as a bullseye, like a flash. It used to give me the numbers as I don't know if a lot of people have seen, maybe overseas they might not have seen the advertisement on our TV, the Red Bulls with wings, and it flies past. Well, that's how the numbers used to fly past, like an unstable bird, you know, like a drunk bird, like flying past with wings, and it'd have a number attached to it. And then I'd say, you know, if it was the number 18, it would be 18, 18, 18, and then it'll get faster and then faster. And now it just does a bullseye at me, and it's like a target, and I have to be really quick to catch it. That's why I talk so fast when I'm doing my readings, especially the private readings, because the private readings, it doesn't just slow down for me. It goes full steam ahead, and I'm trying to write things as well as, you know, trying to remember what he's just said, and then also try and get it out at the same time so I don't miss a thing, because I don't like missing anything. But yes, I just want to write down these numbers as well that I just got as well. And we're going to start here. So let's see who's got a question. So if you've got a question that you want to have read, then go over to the main page on Facebook. It's Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And you'll see me live there. I'm with Miss Ellie. We've been here for 521 live shows, 174 on this radio station here. And I feel amazing tonight. So does Ellie. So she's cooking with gas over there. Already set me up while I was setting up the computer because I just had a few little hiccups here before. So we are on fire now. So let's go with Spirit. So we've just pulled in Spirit for you. If you have a question or a mediumship question, then post it up on the main page as well. I pretty much do the psychic, which is past, present, and future, and the mediumship side, which is your past loved one talking to me. So I'm just a messenger. I don't actually want these people following me home at night. So I prefer to do the reading here on the show, so to speak. And I'd rather them actually give me the information here than actually give me the information when I'm on my way home, which is what they've done before. But I think I've said this a couple of times, actually going back to the information that I want is for people to understand is when you're a psychic and a medium, you can't always be just a medium. You can be a psychic, but you can't always just be a medium. You can be a medium and you will always be a psychic. So when I was coming home one night from another radio station in Blacktown, I had this vision of somebody running out behind a van in front of me that I would have run over, and sure as ever I got past the lights, and on my left was because we drive on the left side of the road here in Australia for the people that are overseas. And sure as ever, here was this van on just past the lights, and I slowed right down. And sure as ever, this man just runs straight out in front of me, and I'm thinking, "Thank you, Spirit, because you just stopped me from running somebody over." And that was literally just as we left the station. It was probably 10, 15 minutes before I even got to the van on the side of the road. And lucky for that fella that I'm a psychic, because I think somebody else would have run him over, pretty much. So. But yes, it's 6:12 a.m. in Canada for Leona Sunday. Thanks for joining us. We've got Jocelyn Stevens is watching. Catherine Martin, yes, she says, would love to know if my son will get through this difficult time, please. I feel for you. Let's write your name down. Catherine Martin. I just feel that every time I get this sense from you, Catherine, is when you've got your son, I do feel like he'll get through it, but it's only at his pace, lovey. So only at his pace. I'm just hearing Spirit saying he's not going to push as hard as you want him to push, okay? So you need to be patient. So yeah, and I get the anxiety around you as well. I also wrote down before, so here's some numbers here before. The dollars are definitely coming in for you, and this was in when I was doing the intro. And I'm also getting number 22 around you. So 2 and 2 is 4 in the month of April. And I'm also got 18, 9 or September and 16, 7 or July for you. So what do those numbers mean for you? I'm also hearing that money has been an issue for him as well. So that money has been, I just heard, down the drain. So what does that mean to you? And I'm also getting the anxiety from him as well. Does someone around you also have issues with the heart, or did you have issues with the heart, or need to have your heart checked, or a male figure around you has just had issues with the heart? Because I just had fluttering, like someone just flicking me in the heart. I'm also getting 19 around you. Did I say 19? We've got 16, 18, and 19. So 1 and 9 is 10 in the month of October. I feel like everything's going to start to settle around October there, lovey. So look forward to that. And I'll leave that there. But definitely a lot of patience for this child of yours. Even though you want things to be as fast as possible, I don't feel like this child can actually make that happen, if that makes sense to you. It'll only make sense to you and him, not anybody else, what I've just said. So we've also got here, let me go forward because I'm a bit late in the stream. So if you've got a question, then just post it up in the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Just wanted to ask as well, John from Abandoned and Haunted page, when's the next ghost investigation? And also, how did you go with the last one that we did? Because that was still pretty phenomenal to us. Remember, Ellie? How cool was that? So Miss Michelle Coburn, she says, oh, so happy to hear that Wendy Harvey is doing well. Thank you so much for letting us know, Lesley. We truly appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Coburn. Mrs. Coburn, I should say. Hi, Keely. Thanks for joining us. Got Lynn Vital, good evening. Kevin Stevenson, good evening. Kevin Stephen, I should say. I'm just scrolling down the live here. Victoria Lee, let's go. So do you see me moving back to the East Coast soon, please? And thank you so much. Glad you are feeling better, Lesley. Thank you. Victoria Lee, what do we get for you? So I do see coast. I just saw coast in big letters. Coast, like a big flash to me. Has this been going on for some time, Victoria, like up and down, can't make your mind up, just everything is a bit of a roller coaster lately? Well, that's going to stop if it has been. I'm also getting the anxiety around you as well. Now, look forward to October. I feel like October is going to be the time for you. And they're also saying when it's fine, you will dine. I do not understand that. When it's fine, you will dine. I don't understand that. You might understand it, but I feel like there's love on the air, or love around you. Do you know what I mean? So I do feel like there's love in the air. So when it's fine, you will dine, whatever that means. I don't understand it. Sometimes I get these messages from spirit and I go, okay, it doesn't mean anything to me, but I have to deliver that because it will mean something to someone else, because they will get it. And I'm also seeing 18 around you as well, Victoria. 1 and 8 is 9 in this month, so September. So we're already in the 15th, so I get the 18 around you. So it'll be 18th of September, some good news for you. Okay, so look forward to that, lovey. And don't be too hard on yourself as well, because I feel like you haven't had time to even pat yourself on the back. So you need to pat. And this is where people don't validate themselves, I did a course with many, many years ago. It was a 4-day course, and it was one of the best courses I ever did. This is going back probably when my daughter was around, probably about 17 or 18 years. Let's put it that way, right? So, and it was Dr. Happy. He's a professor now, and his surname was Happy, so Professor Happy. So look that up. And he did a course, and it was all about, gratitude and validation of yourself and achievements and stuff like that. It was one of the best courses I ever did, because he said an example which I never forget. And what it was when you have a sprinter and they've just won a world record in a Guinness World Record, the reporter runs straight up to them and puts a microphone under their nose and says, "Oh, okay, great win, and what's your next step?" And hasn't even given them time to actually be grateful and accept that they've just won a Guinness Book of Record or they've just won a world record race. You know what I mean? So this is all about validating what you've done, appreciating what you've got at the moment, and gratitude for everything that's around you. And once you shift gears with your mindset like this, people, especially Victoria Lee, because I feel like that sometimes you're down in the dumps too many times. What will happen is your whole aura and your whole environment around you will change gears. So yeah, and we're coming up to mid of this month, so by October things are going to shift for you, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. But we've got a validation there, Miss Ellie.
Yeah.
Okay, over to you.
So the validation was from Erin Walsh. She said, I have a follow-up for you. Last month you told me that things would change in September at work. Well, we have 2 new nurses that have started and are loving it. I'm so excited to have them.
Wow, go figure. Well done, Erin. It's been like, look, we've had Erin on our show for many moons. And we've been following her work journey and pretty much her management journey for the whole time. And I never gave up on telling her that she was going to become manager, even though I think that she was a little bit, I'm not so sure, Spaliviero, to myself. And sure as ever, it happened, which was great. So, but we manifested it. And we got Erin to manifest it as well, which was pretty cool. Let's keep going. So we'll be back shortly. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM. Wow, the first half hour already. Huh?
Yeah.
Sunplus, where finance is made. Are you ready to take control of your super? Join Rob Joseph from My SMSF.
Guess what I've got in my cup today?
Trusted fixed fee SMSF specialists, as he explains how you can invest in property and even Bitcoin through your super fund. With over 14 years of experience, My SMSF helps you grow your retirement savings.
What does it smell like?
Transparency.
I can't tell you. I know the smell, but I can't tell you.
MySMSFproperty.com.au
Close.
today and start your journey to smarter super investing. Station sponsor.
I'm drinking hot filtered water with cloves in it. About 6 cloves, 5 or 6 cloves.
Aspiring investors,
Water.
and first-home buyers on their ventures. With vast experience and a commitment to service, we ensure a stress-free process so you don't feel nervous. Don't delay your financial decisions and visit our website, sunplus.com.au today. Sunplus is here to assist in every way.
Jenny Berkeley, yes, you are allowed to ask a question, lovey. Of course. Just you just can't come on here in the start and then just, don't even say hi to us, especially my community, and then expect me to answer your question without a please or thank you. That's what I was saying before, but you're very cute.
For stress-free property management, they've got you covered. They offer free photos and listings on major sites as your property deserves the best. Be trouble-free and contact them today. propertyservicesagency.com.au. Station sponsor.
Looking to stay connected with the Hills Shire? Discover Hills.Sydney, your go-to digital magazine for local news, politics, events, and community stories. Whether you're a local business aiming to reach a wider audience or eager to stay informed, Hills.Sydney is your platform. Advertise with us and be part of a thriving digital community. Visit www.hills.sydney.
Tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. 30 seconds already. We've already done the first half hour. I can't believe it, Ellie. Oh, that goes. Time is just going too bloody quick. Well, these are Wendy Harvey's. Yeah, these are Wendy Harvey's earrings. They're killing me though in my headset. I've got to squash them up in my ears.
Could change your life. Learn more at areyook.org.au.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. If you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to that main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live every week here, or most of the time, not for the last 3 weeks, but we're live every week from 8 till 10, 521 live shows, as well as 174 here on Alive 90.5 FM. And I just want to say good evening to Donnie Schmidt from America. He says, good morning from America, everyone. But we don't say morning because words are spells, Donnie, because morning, we say happy Monday or good evening. Happy days, hi. Yes, Ellie's trained Ellie well as well. I don't say hello because it's everything is a spell. So let's go back into the readings here. Victoria Lee's watching. Yes. Well, if I've missed your question, then repost it again and tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. We're streaming live across Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, the Alive 90.5 FM Facebook page, and my Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero Facebook page, as well as Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air page, which is the main page. We stream off 7 platforms when we go live every Monday. Used to do 8, but one of them dropped off because sometimes it's a little bit difficult getting onto it. But anyways, let's keep going. Good evening, Leslie, Ellie. Thank you, Kerry. If I've missed your question, then repost it again. So Sarah Zimmer. Hi, ladies. I'm currently in a legal battle to get my son back. Dad's withheld due to control. Do you see me getting him back, please? I miss him so much. Yes, I do, lovey. I do. And I see him wrapping his arms around you and just, lots of tears. And I do feel like this is going to be after April. Okay, there's got to be a compromise, so there's got to be compromise. And the trauma that your son has been going through torn between pillar and post is not healthy for him. So this is where the dad has to realize that as well. And if he's just holding him from you, you have legal rights as well. So highly recommend doing something legally with that as well. But I can't advise that because I'm not a lawyer. So, but I do see your son holding you around the legs, like when they used to be kids or if they're kids and they just grab you around the legs and they just don't let go and they're just, tears, and then you're just, trying to pick him up. That's what I see. So, yes, 100% that will be happening, but this is going to be around, so it's too close to the end of the month. I just saw September/October, but I do get 15 around you, which is today, but can't be today. Does that make sense? So 1 and 5 is 6 in the month of June. So something, either birthdays, anniversaries, or memorials around the June. But I also get October happiness for you as well. Okay, so look forward to that. It's all about manifesting what you want and putting that out to the world. And do not, whatever you do to your son, do not talk bad about his dad, ever. Okay, because you don't want this son to be involved. Children are children for a reason, and the children should not be the pulling post between two parents. It should be between the two parents, not the actual the child itself. So that's where parents go wrong, and that's where it all goes pear-shaped, and then the child suffers long-term, and then people just don't understand that. And then they wonder why, these kids go to drugs and stuff. I'm not saying your son is, but they go to drugs and they can't cope with life later, because they get pulled from pillar to post. So, see, Jenny. Yeah, so Jenny, look, it's very difficult. I have this question a lot, and she's asked me, just wanted to ask, what is wrong with my daughter? She hasn't talked to me in 3 years, please and thank you. So I get this question all the time, and I get the trauma from both sides. I get the trauma from the child, and I get the trauma from the parents as well. So I can see both sides here. But 3 years, I do feel like this is not going to end there. Okay, so whatever's going on in your daughter's head is I feel like there's some kind of a little bit of mental health as well, and instability. And I do also feel like that she's definitely, it's obvious. I don't need to be a psychic or a medium here. You definitely got a bee in a bonnet. Bee in the bonnet. That's, I just see the bonnet of a hat, like a bee in the hat there. And I don't feel like this is going to change for some time, lovey. So, no response is a response is what I'm hearing. And I don't like to fluff things up. I don't like to say, oh, yes, you're going to do this and you're going to do that. I just say it how it is, and because I don't want any people to get the wrong expectations and then nothing happens, So it's best for me to kind of put it how it is most of the time. So I don't even feel like this child of yours is acknowledging anything about the relationship previous to that. So whatever's gone wrong with you and her, it's a both party situation where both parties have been incorrect, if that makes sense. So I'm not siding with you and I'm not siding with her, but I don't feel like this is going to be repaired, and it needs repair, because I feel like there's two parties. Both of you have trauma, and this is going back from childhood. So when there's two parties with trauma, one is counteracting the other. So it's kind of like putting two magnets together that don't actually go together, and they're trying to touch, but they can't touch because they are, rejecting each other. So you need them to switch over so that one side is not negative and one side is positive. And that's not going to happen for a little while there, lovey. So I think you need to just keep on doing what you're doing and be pleasant. Do not be rude. Do not chase the cat, because the cat will run away. That's what I'm hearing. Cats run. I don't understand that analogy that Spirit just gave me. I just have to say what I get, lovey, and I'll leave it there. So yeah, it's a shame, because a lot of people get really, really hurt from their children. But then again, I see a lot of children get very, very hurt from their parents, and the parents don't really, have to do too much wrong. And if they've got a sensitive child, then this child is really, just looking for avenues to move on, and it's horrible. I get it, and it's awful, and it hurts like hell. Don't worry about that. I've been in that situation before, and I know how much it hurts like hell. But I'll leave it there. Back over to you there, Miss Ellie. I saw we've got a validation.
Got two.
Okay.
So the first one's from Victoria Lee. She said, "Thanks so much, Lesley. Yay, great news. Looking forward to dining when it is fine. Have no idea what that means, but I am intrigued." Number 18 is Mum's birthday.
There you go. There you go. Number 18 is a mum's birthday. Out of all the numbers, there's the validation. Pretty cool. Thanks, Ellie.
I've gotten that one.
Okay.
There was one from Sarah Zimmer. She said, "Thank you. We have parenting orders in place. I don't speak badly in front of the children, as I don't need them to hear that. I feel a lot of damage has been done regarding manipulation, etc. I haven't seen him in 5 weeks, so this has been a heartbreaking time. I cannot wait to have him home to repair the damage."
But why is there parenting orders in place, but he hasn't been back for 5 weeks? That's something's not right with the parenting orders there, lovey, or he's broken his contract with that. So you need to investigate that a little bit further, because I do feel like I said, what did I say? He's going to be back around October. Yeah, was Sarah, wasn't it, Ellie? Yeah, Sarah Lee. Yeah, around October, September into October, 2 to 3 weeks. That's what I see, and lots of emotion. So it's very hard, when you have children and you break up. And I remember one of my old clients, I came into, he didn't know I was a medium or a psychic, and I came in to see one of my clients. This is going back probably 3 years ago, 2021 or 22. And I said, "Oh, is everything all right? I sense this, you're upset." And he goes, "Oh, my ex-wife this, my ex-wife that." And I went, "Oh, okay. How long were you with her for?" He goes, "Oh, 37 years. I said, "Well, she couldn't have been that bad for 37 years. You just spent 37 years with us. So how could it be that bad? Like, seriously, come on. Just, cut the BS out and get along with each other. If you don't, if the chemistry is not there anymore, then it's just not there. You don't have to be nasty to each other. You don't have to be, unkind and, ruin your kids' lives and stuff like that. It's just unbelievable." So, but anyway, yes, just would like to know, yes, done that one. If you've got a validation from any other time that we've done a reading here and you'd like to post it up, you need to post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Good evening, Summer Dawson and Diane Christini. Good evening, Williams. Summer, she says, "How are you?" "Yes, I'm dealing with a painful breakup right now. Do you see us getting back together in the future?" Oh, lovey. And this is one thing I say as well. And I look at TikTok a lot because I learn a lot from TikTok. And even though it's it's just a social media thing, but some of the stuff that I see on there about relationships and that I see on there about, respect, And that's what I want to draw you to, is the lack of respect here, because I don't feel like this is a long-term relationship with this person, because the respect wasn't there permanently, if that makes sense. I just see respect spiraling down. Spiraling, not spiraling. Spiraling down. I can't even say it. Like, just lack of respect. And there's a lot of misunderstanding. And, you know, we just had a huge blood moon here, the full moon, which was last week. And that was pretty full on for a lot of people. And so when you have people that actually fluctuate their personalities by the full moon, that's when a lot of us get into trouble, because we don't understand that the full moon is actually sometimes the instigator of trouble in homes, believe it or not. So do your research on the full moon and you'll start seeing what I'm talking about. When I was full-time personal training for many years, I used to have my Apple Watch on my hand, and I would track all the full moon all the time, because I could tell the clients would be emotional or aggressive to other people and stuff like that when they would come in the door, because of the full moon. So look out for the full moon, Lovey. And that's what I think's happened here, is another issue of spirituality gone wrong, in the wrong direction. So pull back the reins. Do not do the chasing here, because when you chase an animal, I'm not saying this person's an animal, but when you chase an animal away, they run further away. When you don't chase them, they come back. So if it's meant to be coming back, I do feel like this is going to be coming back, but not right now. And you'll be companion friends, if that makes sense. Because there's no, like I just said, if you don't get along with someone, you don't get along with them. You just move on. You don't argue and carry on and misbehave and become ugly personalities. There's no goodness in becoming ugly personalities. And even this year is the number 9 year, guys, and it's all about completion. So I'm getting completion here for you. So there's a few ties that need to be tied up for you, like a shoelace, It's like you're walking around with a shoelace and it's just flicking around and you kind of tripped over your feet every now and then, Summer. But I do feel like that the shoelace needs to be tied up and a few loose ends need to be tied up in order for you to keep going. Okay, and I know it hurts, and I know it hurts like hell. It's like a double-edged sword where they've just stabbed you with the sword and it's been twisted and it feels like hell. But once you're in the middle of this hell, which is right now, you'll get through this, and it's only a matter of time, Lovey, okay? So look forward to the onset of after October, because I feel like things are going to shift gears for you, and I wish you all the best. And there's nothing worse than having pain in your heart from a heartbreak of a loved one. Okay, but if they respected you and they loved you back as much as you deeply love them, then they would not be doing this to you, okay? And vice versa. So there's always two sides to a story. And I'll leave it there. Any other validations, Miss Ellie? Back over to you. Wow.
Yep, so there's one from Catherine Martin. She said, "Thank you so much for answering my question. My son is trying to progress in his career and has a few roadblocks to overcome. He is very frustrated and wants it now. You mentioned July. He was born in July.
Oh,
and
there you
22 is a number. My father said before he passed, we still don't know what it meant.
22. What? 2 and 2 is 4 in April.
I have severe anxiety and OCD, and my son has anxiety as well regarding the money down the drain. My son has been very irresponsible with money lately. I am out of work, so hopefully October things will improve. Heart issues are on my mother's side. She has a pacemaker, and there is no male family member that I know with heart issues.
Yeah, not yet, Lovey. Just keep that in mind, because I do see the male, and I see the male with the big belly, kind of like the big belly, the diabetic belly. You know what I mean? I'm going to write that down as well. Diabetic belly, that's what I'm getting as well around this male. And your son is extremely impatient, which means that you just need to pull back the reins and just and don't go with it, because the frustration is more on you, because you want things to happen really quickly for your son, but he's got to be patient and he's got to earn his keep as well, Lovey. So look forward to October when the money comes back in the door, because I see the smiles on your face, okay? And you're going to be looking at the money going, oh my God, she was right. And you're going to come back on the show and tell us. I can't wait. Any other validations there, Miss Ellie?
No.
Okay. If you've got a validation from a previous show, then let us know. We're here every Monday night from 8 till 10. And we can, what do we got here? Okay, beautiful. So John from Abandoned Haunted said, Teresa will let you know the next ghost hunt details. Beautiful. And yes. So Miss Coburn's already put her hand up for it as well, Glennis Lacey. And yes, that'll be cool. We've done a few together now as it is. So who else is we've got on here? So post your questions up to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're here every Monday night from 8 till 10. And most of the time I can try. I haven't done a few lately because I've just been too busy with the Sunday nights, and that's impossible. I might just have to just put it back to once a month or something, Miss Ellie. But it's just impossible for me to get around doing everything when I only have 2 days off a week, you know. So did we do Sarah Zimmer's validation? Yes, I just saw that now. Thanks, Ellie. And got a question and posted up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. If you're on one of the other pages, just come over to this page because I don't get to see them. And Miss Ellie will have to just tell you to, you know, come across over here. So Jenny Berkeley, she said, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much, Leslie. You're welcome. 100% there, Lovey. So make sure that you pull back the reins. There's no point chasing somebody if they do not respect you and they do not want you to be around in their life. There's no point, guys. Have some self-respect for yourself as well. So yes, I just saw that other validation come through from Kathy. Beautiful. Yes, Keely Rose says always so exciting when we do the ghost investigations. The last one was pretty cool, wasn't it, Ellie? Really cool. So Jackie Clean, I need guidance. My dad is on hospice. Lovey. I get the number 22 around you as well. 2 and 2 is 4, and the month of April as well there, Jackie. And I do feel like, so we are the 15th today, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So in 7 days, so that's 7 days time. 7 days time. I do feel like there's going to be some sad news, Lovey. So, you know, either phone call or just tears. And I hear tears of joy as well, but I don't feel like for this moment, okay? But you will be having tears of joy. I'm also getting the number 19 around you. 1 and 9 is 10 in the month of October. So, and I'm just going to write down here something, but I'm not going to say it on air. Definitely not saying it on air. So yeah, I'm also feeling there's been an issue around the environment around you, and they're showing me, even though that your dad is on hospice or in hospice, they're showing me the environment around him is kind of a little bit, is it toxic or is it unstable? I don't even know what word, unstable, toxic. You know, there's a lot of people that have got like too much talking, you know, if that makes sense. Too much talking, not enough, you know, not enough, not even sympathy. I just feel like there's too much talking, too much behind the scenes. I see the venom coming down the mouth as well, which is part of the theme that spirit gives me when someone's talking behind your back and someone's, you know, just whispering and doing, you know, just bickering, you know what I mean? So whoever's doing it, they need to stop because it's hurting you. It's hurting your dad. Okay, so whatever's going on, whoever's doing that bickering in the background is just really annoying you down. He doesn't say much and he won't say much, but I just feel like that he's, you know, he doesn't need that right now. So that's all got to stop. I'm just seeing a big stop sign, and I'll leave that there, Lovey. Thank you. Rebecca Price, hi ladies, nice to see you. Thank you, you too. Well, we haven't seen you, but yeah, thanks for watching. Jane Mempy, good evening. Rosa, good evening. So how spirit works for me is that everybody that comes on my show, I scroll down my live feed here, and then I have my spirit which leads me to stop at somebody's name, and if it doesn't stop at the name, then I just keep scrolling. But eventually something might come up if you have a question, and just repost it again so that I can get that question up. So we've also got here Sarah. Okay, there you go. Yep, 100%. Yes, Sarah Zimmer sounds exactly like a narcissistic behavior in that partner. So she said, yes, he has broken the orders twice. Now I will be strengthening the orders so he cannot do it again. Unfortunately, rules don't apply to him. Well, yes, that's what I'm hearing. One rule for him and everyone else has all the other rules. You know what I mean? So, but that's just typical behavior of narcissism. And that's what I see. It's really sad though, because I do see the eyes popping out of his head with anger and even putting his hand to the throat and pushing someone back to the wall. Has he done that to you as well? Because that's what I see as well. So just be careful if he hasn't done it in the past, but just be careful, because I do see the pushing to the throat and holding someone up against the wall and his eyes popping out from anger. I don't like that. It's like the Dr. Heckle, Mr. Hyde kind of personality. 1 minute he's good, next minute he's up and down roller coaster. And I'll leave that there. Sharon Cullen, good evening. Ina Raphael, good evening. Emma Lee Jane, good evening. Yes, Sandy Dan, oh my God. She says, great to see you. A beautiful long time. Yes, it has been a long time, that's for sure. John Carter, hi Leslie and Miss Ellie. Hope all is well. Yes, the full blood moon, it was a challenging week for me. Yes, 100%. Who else has issues around the full moon? Because you need to be paying attention to it. I don't care who it is, where it is. If there's a full moon anywhere in this world, you need to be paying attention to it, because that's how our bodies fluctuate with the moon and the tides, the ocean and the tides. Doesn't matter if you live in the middle of the desert, it will still affect some people. Yes, 100%. Sharon Cullen, she says, hi, ladies. Will my daughter be okay when she moves to Amsterdam, please? Yes, 100%, Lovey. I see big smiles on her face. It's you that's the problem. You the worrywart, you know. So, and what you do is you put it out to Spirit and you tell Spirit to look after your daughter. And I love how parents, you know, kind of, I had one parent, she says, oh, my son's having surgery and blah, blah, blah. And I said, and she goes, I'm so worried he's going to die. And I said, well, if you keep thinking like that, he will die, because you're planting the seed. You know, you're the one that's planting the seed for him to have the issues. Stop doing that, because you're, unbeknownst to you, you're actually doing that in the background with Spirit in the universe. And the universe is here, and then you've got the Spirit, and then they align up, and then they just plant the seed. You're just planting the seed with the entire universe to do what you don't want it to do, because the universe only knows, and Spirit only knows one word, which is yes. So whatever you want or don't want, yes is your answer. So if you say she's going to be in trouble, or she's going to have problems in Amsterdam, of course she's going to have it. You're just manifesting. So you're just got to say, Sharon, about your daughter, and say things like, she's going to be FaceTiming me with, you know, smiles on her face. She's going to be so happy. I can't wait to hear from her. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to visit her, blah, 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 etc. Okay, so what do we got here? Julie Van Fossen. Hi, Leslie and Miss Ellie. My 15-year-old granddaughter has had a spirit standing at her bedroom door of night, watching her all her life. Who could it be, please? She's not scared. Yeah, that's beautiful. Sometimes, I don't like to encourage this with younger adults, I should say, because she is an adult. She's, you know, mature, but not mature. And I like them to get, you know, this is my opinion, I like them to get accustomed to the spiritual world at a later time in life, when they've finished all their study and when they've done everything, and they need to use their spirit guide and stuff like that to actually protect them more at this age. And I do feel like this is an elderly gentleman at the door. But sometimes also, Judy, it can be an entity from the property, and sometimes we believe that they are, you know, good spirits and harmless. But when you start seeing things, and if you do start seeing things go pear-shaped with your daughter, or they become, you know, unbearable or obnoxious, or communication breakdowns and things like that, then that's when that spirit is not a good entity, and it's not a pet. You need to get rid of it out of the property. Okay, and normally, good spirits won't do anything to you, or they'll just hang around, or you'll see them in the shadows, or you'll see them as you'll feel, if I actually feel like they're sitting on the end of her bed, because I just saw her feet trying to move in bed, and she couldn't move because I feel like they're sitting on the end of the bed as well. But yeah, I also feel that this is an elderly gentleman. And it looks like to me a taller, kind of skinny guy. And there should be a photo or a really, really old photo of an older man with a top hat on. And I'm seeing like the pale blue gray eyes as well. And because she can see spirit, he's not going to back off and leave her alone. But if things start to change in the property, I highly recommend you acknowledging that spirit and telling her to acknowledge that spirit and getting rid of it, okay? They're not pets, like I've said. So, and I'll leave that there. Any other validations there, Miss Ellie? But we'll do it after the break. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM.
You are listening to Alive 90.5.
Already 1 hour.
Jump onto our website.
www.alive905.
Oh, these earrings are hurting me.
The Hills to Hawkesbury Community Newspaper is a family-owned and operated free community magazine. 10,000 copies are printed every fortnight and delivered to 75 different locations across the Hills and Hawkesbury areas. If you're unable to pick up a printed copy, there is free online access at hillstohawkesbury.com.au, plus the newspaper's social media sites. The Hills to Hawkesbury team's aim is to inform, involve and inspire, which is why partnering with Alive 90.5 makes perfect sense. Station sponsor.
Welcome to SunPlus, where finance is made easy for you. We're a team of local experts dedicated and passionate about helping homeowners, aspiring investors, and first home buyers on their ventures. With vast experience and a commitment to service, we ensure a stress-free process so you don't feel nervous. Don't delay your financial decisions and visit our website, sunplus.com.au today. SunPlus is here to assist in every way. Your journey to financial clarity starts with SunPlus, station sponsor.
Hi there.
Hi,
Hi. I'm Jack. What's your name?
I'm Sam.
Ah, Sam. Nice. Where are you from?
What are you laughing at, Ellie? Michelle Cole, what does she write? Huh? She's after you.
No.
Or-
Yeah, don't think I've ever
We were
been.
talking about me
Show
singing
your
in a
support
dark
and
room.
show
And I
up.
said,
Oh, yeah.
And I said, we'll give you a
CFC,
torch. And
your
she was like,
town,
oh,
your team.
I had a torch. You
Station
still
sponsor,
scared.
SE Timbers, Castle Hill, are flooring experts.
Donnie, I'll do you next.
SE Timbers supply, install, and guarantee solid timber, engineered, laminate, and vinyl flooring, as well as carpet, blinds, and shutters. An authorised dealer of major brands like Boral, Preference, and Quickstep. Call 98946660 or visit setimbers.com.au to arrange a free quote today. Station sponsor, SE Timber Floors and Shutters, ingrained quality.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero, and where Ellie was having a giggle about the abandoned and haunted when we do the ghost investigations, and how Ellie sneezed and frightened everybody to death, not once.
The conversation was going, somebody said something about me not sneezing, and they're like, don't jinx it. And John said at least it wasn't in a dark room, and I said, we can organise it.
Fair enough. I think Michelle Cobham's going to eat you alive there, and Ellie.
Yeah, probably. I'll just go behind her and sneeze.
We've got to get Jill Polglaze to come to one as well. She's missed out. Let's keep going. So I'm just going to do this reading for Donny Schmidt. He says, is there a reason I haven't been able to remember any of my dreams since my son passed 4 years ago, and I always did before? Sometimes, Lovey, when we go through trauma, we don't remember anything. I had trauma from something that really happened. I had a what do you call it, a home invasion in my property, and this is going back in 2018. I don't share this very often, but what happened was I had this drug addicts come through my house while I was sitting at the kitchen table, mind you, kitchen bench, and me and my daughter were just sitting there eating dinner, and then all of a sudden someone comes through my door, and there was another big bloke at the front door, and it was a female in the house. Thank God it was a female. Anyways, from that point, I ordered a pass after all that ordeal had finished. I won't go into it, but after all that ordeal had finished, a couple of weeks later, I was still in shock and trauma, and I couldn't believe that I actually ordered a passport, and I didn't remember that I even ordered a passport. For now, to forget something like that is just insane. There's no way I would have forgot that. And then I ordered another passport from the passport office, and they said to me, Lesley, I think you've already received it. And I didn't even know that I'd received it. That's how traumatized I was. But this is what happens. I used to have a lot of dreams as well. And from that point of the trauma that I suffered, Donnie, I don't get to have dreams anymore unless it's a spiritual one from, the other side. But when I don't get to have the dreams that I remember anymore, and even if I do have a dream, I don't remember them because I think that's a trauma thing. It's kind of like a self-protection blockage. But, that comes through to, look, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not anything like that. I just get messages from spirit and I deliver that message. But I do feel like for you there, Donnie, this is a protection thing because you've suffered such a major trauma from the passing of your son, okay? And that's where it leads to. Sometimes when we go and we do trauma counseling, or, and I'm not a big fan of bringing things back into, depending on what it is, bringing things back into the realm and suffering it all again and telling your counselor about it, the whole thing again, because I don't believe in that. For me, as my opinion, is I block everything out. And if someone wants to upset the apple cart with me, now, especially this year is about completion. So you'll be removing things out of your life that don't mean anything to you. It's about completion and moving on and into the next following year where it's the number, that's coming up, where it's priority and it's a start of a fresh start. And so I feel like this year just needs to be settled for you, lovey. So, and I'll leave that there, but I'm sorry for your loss as well. Let's keep going. So if you've got a question, then post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. So we've got a little validation from Summer Dawson. Back over to you then, Miss Ellie.
So Summer Dawson said, thank you so much, Lesley. You hit the nail on the head when you mentioned respect. There are issues with
communication.
There are issues with communication, and this does break my heart. Thank you.
100%. When there's no communication, and I'm not a counselor, I'm not a marriage, psychologist or anything like that. I just know from experience and from what Spirit tells me that when there's a communication breakdown in anything, doesn't matter what it is, people assume and people go in the opposite direction and they become all defensive, and people are, I've had friends that I've disregarded this year because they cannot take responsibility for their poor behavior and their poor actions. And this is what I think with you too there, lovey. So, there's no point wanting somebody to come back in your life if you didn't have that respect and that communication. You can always build on communication, but it's very hard to build on respect, I've found in the past. So once they disrespect you, that's it. Then you allow that, then that's when they just keep doing it to you, lovey. So don't be a punching bag. Once you start respecting yourself, you will have that more in the future, because when you respect yourself, your levels go up of what you will put up with. And I don't put up with nothing. Nobody in this world can actually tell me something that I've done wrong when I haven't done something wrong, when I've been kind to people, when I've been good to people. And if someone wants to say that I haven't, they always start something with me first. And I feel like that's the same with you. And then you have to finish it. That's what I'm hearing, lovey. So make sure that you finish it. Is the kicker here, if that makes sense. Yes. Let's keep going. So if you've got a question, then post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And we've got quite a few people. Rebecca Price, Viv Gills, good evening. Heather Fraser, good evening. Lesley, we lost our kid's dad last week. We just want to see if he's at peace, please, and thank you. 100% lovey. They do not go over to the other side without being in peace, okay? They cannot pass over in pain. They cannot pass over with pain at all either. And a good example of that is one of my dear friends that had her father, she's a nurse, and that her father was in a lot of pain. She was in New South Wales, and this is in Perth, her dad. And the actual rehabilitation place, or not the respite place, called her up and said, we'd like to administer some pain relief for your dad. And she says, of course, and they couldn't get a hold of the stepmom. And sure as ever, 4 hours later, after they administered the pain relief, he passed away. And that's because the body cannot pass in pain, and the body cannot pass without the medication to stop that pain. They say you labor to come into the world, you labor to go out of the world. So when you labor to go out of the world, you cannot, because the muscles become really tight and angry, and they're really, really, all scrunched up and too angry. They cannot do it. So when the body's relaxed, it can actually pass on. That's what I've seen, and that's what I know. And yeah, so he went in peace, Lovey. There's no other way. And I just want to say too, who's the person? I'm getting a cough now. I get the coughing around him as well. And I feel like this is a respiratory and lung issue here as well. And also I'm getting 18. So 1 and 8 is 9 in the month of September. So birthdays, anniversaries, memorials. I just have to get this out. But I'm also seeing the person who hold the hand. So who's the people that held the hand and rubbing the arm of this man? Okay, so I see a few people around. And this is very traumatizing for the children, as well as you, as well as everybody else, even though the communication might not have been there for yourself. But I also feel like that the hurt and that the caring part is going to be a big void, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It feels like you've just lost a void, or lost that part of that life, that routine, if that makes sense. And that's the hardest that's the hardest thing that people suffer with, is the routine. The routine is, gone south, and it's not there anymore. And that's what hurts people the most. It's even when they're in a relationship. That's why they say that people grieve in a relationship when you lose an animal. Like when I lost my Bob in February, and I still miss him so much. And it's one of my friends is a professor of psychology, and she said to me, Lesley, when you lose an animal of 16 years, almost 16 years, like Bob, she says it's equivalent to losing a 3-year-old child. So that's why it hurts so much. So people grieve in different ways. They grieve in different times, and they might not have time to grieve sometimes when they're organizing funerals and whatever else. But then 2 or 3 months later, they're emotional, and they're all cut up because of the relationship. So the lack of the person not being there anymore. So yes. I don't Stacey, what have we got here? Stacey Wheeler. Let's do Stacey Wheeler Spirit. So what do we get here? She says, hi, beautiful. Just wondering if there is any guidance with my love life. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel with my current situation, or do I need to walk away in a crossroads at the moment with equal pros and cons, etc.? I strongly feel, Stacey, to give it a couple more weeks, and there's your answer. So the answer is coming. Answer is coming, I'm hearing. 2 to 3 weeks time, and you will know. And I do see smiles on your face as well. And do you get an overwhelming, not chest pain, but an overwhelming sense of like anxiety, or really, really suffer with panic attacks? Or who's the panic attack person? Because I just felt everything like the load on my chest. Unless this is a heart attack, but I don't feel like, normally when I get a heart attack, I get the flicking in the heart. But I do feel like that heart is, it's kind of like you've checked out already, if that makes sense, Stacey. So I don't feel like that your heart is totally broken here. Whereas with Summer, it's like the pain. She had the pain because it's fresh. But I feel like that you've already checked out, if that makes sense. Because I don't feel like there's a lot of pain here for you. No pain for the relationship. Either way you go, it's still going to be fine, whatever happens. So whatever decision you make, and I'll leave it there because I don't want to make the decision for you. Okay, let's keep going. If you've got a question, then post it up on the main page. Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Natalie Karsh is actually the first I've come on, and Ellie hasn't sneezed. Happy for you, Ellie. See how everyone notices that, Ellie? Oh, that's so funny. Next minute.
I won't lie, I didn't notice it until she pointed it out.
Yeah, exactly. So we go. Simonetta, hi. How are you all doing? What a sunshine to see you. Thank you. Any special messages from Spirit, please? Big hug. Yes. What do we get here? Oops, nearly lost it. Oh, silly Facebook. I'm trying to. Yeah, there we go. I nearly accidentally deleted you there, Simonetta, but what have we got? So we've got 16 around you, 7 in the month of July. I also get pain on the left side of my head here. So left side, face, like into the ear and jawline. So has anyone around you had issues around the jawline, or, when you push there, it hurts on the other side, but even with teeth or wisdom teeth? Wisdom teeth I'm getting, and I'm also seeing the number 13 around you. 1 and 3 is 4 in the month of April. I do feel like by the time it gets to April, so what are we now? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So you've got 8 months. 8 months. So the number 8 for you is August as well. So I do feel like that August just gone was significant as well for you. And what's with the property? So I just heard property around you, and I just saw house. Is there what's with either commercial, or are you buying something, or you want to buy something, or you're looking at property, or what is going on with the property here? Or you want to, I don't think you're going to downsize, but I do feel like something around property for you. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Ellie just said to that lady, don't jinx it for her sneezing, right, Ellie? Are you brewing one up, or what?
A whole conversation there. I'm trying to brew one up, but I told Spirit to go away at the beginning of the night.
Dennis Lacey says, don't speak too soon, you'll start her off. Yes, don't we know it? Oh yes, don't let me forget about Ellie sneezing. I actually forgot about it for 3 weeks. Yeah, I know. I figured that. Yes. Where's your little laugh?
And then we'll all watch you jump.
You should have seen her face. And we'll watch you jump, Leslie. Yeah, okay.
Too bad the camera's not on me.
Definitely. No. Oh, okay. There you go. So Sarah Zimmer says, has not done it to me, but wouldn't surprise me at all. Definitely a narcissist, yes. That was the holding of the neck. So be careful, lovey, what you're doing with this man, because I feel like he will get angry and also push you up against the wall. Definitely a narcissist behavior. He doesn't like people with overpowering him. Sue Middlebrook, hi. Is there a phone number? I would love to ring you for a private reading on the phone. Many thanks. No, but you can book me for a private reading. Go to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You'll see Messenger, and you just message me and I will get that, and then we can book in for a time. I have an automated message that pops up, so just read that and then I will get back to you as soon as I can. Yes, so let's keep going. If you've got a question, just post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're here every Monday night. Well, for the last 3 weeks, I was sick, very sick, and had one of my darling relatives in surgery last week, so I couldn't do last week. People are still talking about your sneezing there, Miss Ellie. Okay, let's keep going. Natalie Carl, what did we got here? So actually the first I've come, yes. I think everybody's talking about your sneezing there, Miss Ellie. Right, I'm going to keep going, trying to get through all the sneezies. We've got a validation there.
I've got a couple.
Okay, go. All over to you, Miss Ellie.
Judy Fossum said, thank you, Leslie. Wherever she sleeps, she sees the man. We think it's her great-granddad on her mum's side.
Ah, what was the name?
Judy Fan J.
Did I write her name down?
Yeah.
I didn't write it down. I just wrote, This guy here. I thought it was Sharon Cullen I was talking about. Maybe it was that one there. Was it Sharon Cullen?
No, that was a different.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's a different one. Okay.
Then Heather Fraser said, yes, he did pass from lung cancer. He was on oxygen for some time, 100% oxygen. Oxygen
there you
towards
go.
the end. We took some photos of my daughters holding his hand. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
that was the hand as well. That's what I said, holding the hand. Definitely respiratory and lung. That's exactly what I wrote. I felt that with him, and I'm sure that he was coughing as well, 100% coughing. But the 18th of September, Lovey, is that the 15, 16, 17, 18? So that's 3 days' time. So 18th, Heather Fraser, 18th, 9 or September this month. Definitely news around that as well. I'm going to write that down here. News and the hand, because I said the hand holding. He loved that. And he's also showing me the he knows that people had tears around him, but he's also shown me that he felt comfort from that. And it's like he had they always show me when they're passing over, when they have the blankie up, when they've got the blankie up. I call it blankie because it's softer towards like that sentiment of a child, like a child when they hide behind their blankie, the security. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting as well. So blanket security. And I'll leave it there. Well, thank you. Yeah, I had 100%. I saw him with the lung and the respiratory issues. Definitely couldn't breathe. Like he was really struggling. Let's keep going. I'm just going to go forward. If I've missed your question, then please post it again. So let's go. So Jessica Page, she says, hi, good evening. My name is Jess. I'm from Melbourne. I've been in a bad place lately with something that has affected me. I was wondering if I could please have a reading for what's to come. Thank you. Okay. So Jessica Pace. Oh, I wrote Jess and I wrote the name wrong, but anyway. I don't know why, Jessica, but I get throat issues. I know you want other answers, but throat issues like thyroid or something like that, and also circulation. They're showing me the circulation. So they're showing me the bloodstream here, and they're showing me cloudy bloodstream. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on there, like toxins in your body. Something's not right around the bloodstream. Have you had a blood test lately? So just please get that sorted out. So circulation might be just the circulation that there's an issue. But yeah, like a swelling in the lower extremities, like the legs. Or who's that around you, lovey? Because I see that like crystal clear. Okay, and throat issues here. And the bad place that you've been in, I feel like this was kind of unbeknownst to you, self-inflicted, if that makes sense. I know that's kind of double dutching, but I feel like this can be eliminated with positive reinforcement. I don't even know why I'm saying that. Okay, so positive reinforcement. And this is about you as well. I feel like the self-esteem has been spiraling. Something's been bothering you even beyond what's happening here, if that makes sense. Was this a I just heard dad and I just heard father figure. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I've just put dad / father figure around you. Was there no father figure, or was there some issues with a father figure or a father that had issues, or what's with that? I'm seeing male around you, like a boyfriend or some male with a father figure. Like I'm seeing male, a young male, as well as you, as well as a father figure / dad, father, if that makes sense. I don't understand. If I had more time, I'd be able to work it out. But I'm also seeing 14 around you. 1 and 4 is 5 in the month of May as well. So what does the 14, 5 or May mean around for you as well? And I'm also getting 11. So 1 and 1 is 2 in the month of February and also November. So I do feel like that this was some time ago. Was there police involved as well? Because I do see police knocking at the door, lovey. But this is going, look, nothing can stay. If you go, I always say this, if you're going through hell, don't stop in the middle, and nothing can stay like this forever. It has to shift a gear. So if you're in, second or third gear with this, it has to shift a gear. It will go beyond what it's supposed to go, if that makes sense. Okay. And it's got to move on. Nothing can stay in hell forever. It's like you're just tiptoeing through it, and you've got to keep going. So don't stop in the middle. And it's all about putting your ducks in the right road, in the right path. If you've had an issue, you're saying here, I don't know what it is, and you're saying I've been in a bad place lately. So, and that was the full moon. I just mentioned all the full moon stuff, Lovey. So look out for the full moon if you're one of these people that get affected by it. And communication breakdown, everything, blah, blah, blah. But when you have issues around you and you can't cope with things, sometimes it's always good to pull back the reins, sit on the fence, and just go, you know what, I haven't got all my ducks in a row, and this is where I need to be. This is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. Because if I don't do it like this, then I'm going to have more issues later, and you don't close that can of worms. The can of worms needs to be closed. Okay, and if you keep prying at it, sticking the spoon in the can of worms, you know what I mean, like, and just aggravating things, there's no need for this. You need to stop and close and then move on. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know what the situation is. I didn't hear nothing about that, but yeah, and I'm also getting pain in my left ankle with you as well. I don't know if it's the next person or you, but I'm going to write that down because I want to get rid of it. Whoops, just put a pen through the page. Left foot, ankle pain, and I'll leave that there. But if you could validate that would be amazing, and everybody else could validate that. Just type in capitals validation and then post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, where you've just asked for your question. And over to you, Miss Ellie. Just got some validations.
Yes, I've got two. So Simonota said no jaw problem. I can't think of anything coming up with house or property. If anything comes up, I will let you know. Thank you.
Okay.
Then Stacey Wheeler said, thank you. I got full body goosebumps when you said an answer will be coming in a few weeks, as I've been feeling like this for months now. So any answer would be so healing for me. I have major anxiety normally, as I did suffer with women's health issues for years, but have come out on the other side now, thank goodness.
Well
Anxiety,
done.
Especially lately with not knowing which path to take. I do feel I have already checked out to protect myself.
Well
but
done.
I also hold on just as much as to why I'm in such a crossroad at the moment. His behavior has changed a lot over the last year, disrespectful and lack of care, etc. And I know I deserve better, but I keep hoping and waiting for what I saw at the start will come back.
Wow. Sorry, which name was that, Ellie?
Stacey Wheeler.
Stacey Wheeler. Yeah, 100%, Lovey. This is just a time of change for you as well. 100%. Yes, I've got the heart in there, the heart and the panic attack as well there, Lovey. So just be careful, with people around with that as well, and heart. Lots of stuff going around you, and it's time for change as well. I should have wrote that earlier. I just got the change now. But I feel like lots of change for you there, Stacey. So look forward to the change, and this is going to be end of the year. Any other validations there, Miss Ellie? Okay, let's keep going. So if you've got a question, post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Tell me where you're from, suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. Donnie Schmidt says, I really appreciate, thank you. You're welcome there, lovey. But trauma, Donnie, is fascinating for some, psychologists and counselors, because they love that stuff and whatever. But going forwards, trauma can still traumatize you when you keep rethinking about it, and you might have to have some trauma help, just about your son. And they don't want you to be like this as well, Donnie, like they don't want you to be upset about your child, and, they want you to remember them for the way they are. So it's pretty full on. So yes, I know that feeling there, Jessica Pace. Yes, 100%. See, it's like tonight. So Jessica Pace, she said, my dog has passed away last week, which was unexpected and traumatic and has affected me badly. I want to know he is okay. They're always okay on the other side. and what's to come, as I am not taking it very well. Please and thank you. Lovey, you're grieving, Lovey, just like I did with my dog. And I only just said this earlier. I don't know if you've just come on the show now, but when you lose an animal, it's equivalent to losing a 3-year-old child. It's the same principles, and it hurts like hell. And I know that feeling because I'm still grieving from my dog, Lovey. I had my dog for nearly 16 years, and even this morning when I was, just got out of the shower getting ready, I actually I thought it was the cat. And I looked down and there was nothing there. And it was Bob. I know it was the dog just brushing up against my legs, because he used to always sit at my legs and always sit, underneath my feet, because he was nearly totally blind in the end. So he was always constantly underneath my feet. And I used to trip over him all the time and try not to tread on him. But he was, as soon as I come out of the shower, he'd be sitting right behind my leg, and I could feel him touching my leg this morning. And I thought it was Snitzel, but it wasn't. Snitzel's my cat. Yes. So just, I know it feels like hell, Lovey, but it's time that will heal. And I've actually got his little shrine at my front door. So every day I see him when I walk in the front door. Every single day, and that's memories. And I've got him I've got like a little love heart thing on top of my my table in my room. So Tana Mendez, she says, it's been the worst year. Do I have any guidance from spirit? Yes. Stop saying that it's been the worst year. 100%. The more you say it's been the worst year, the more you're going to get more of the worst year, Lovey. Go and watch the Secret full movie. It's on YouTube. It's by Rhonda Byrne. And that's what I've preached to everybody for the last 521 live shows. And the more you say things out loud to spirit and the universe, and you start feeling it in your body as well, you're actually manifesting this to encourage spirit world to be worse. So stop saying it. From this point forward, no more. You're going to say things like, I'm going to have an amazing week this week. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. I can't wait to wake up in the morning and the sun's going to be out, and everyone's going to love me. Everyone's going to be happy to see me. Everyone's going to be, just enjoyable to work with or be with. Just put it out there. Keep doing that, and it'll start shifting gears. So, well, Crystal Brownmore, she says, I can't believe my son, who is 17, is going out west to work with his father in the oil field. His father has been going forever back and forth, and now he's going to start. It's going to be weird to be home alone for 2 weeks. Will it all play out good for him going out west at such a young age? He's on a wait list for community college, so this until then, yes. Well, Lovey, Crystal, they sent, 17, 18-year-olds to war, Lovey. So this is just fantastic for him to get experience and live on that legacy of the father as well. So I don't feel like this is a bad thing. And these kids these days, they need to learn, and no offense to anybody, but they need to learn hard work, and they need to learn how to respect, what the parents did and how they did their thing when they were younger as well. So a lot of kids out there think they're entitled, and this is where they become really, how can you say it? Like, they become really disappointed because they've been so entitled. And when they get to the real world, they realize, oh my God, I can't do this and I can't do that. Whereas they should actually learn the hard way, like all our ancestors did. And in that way, they won't be feeling so bad and they won't have mental health issues later from having a bit of tough love in a harder work environment, So, and this is not going to hurt him. He's not going to go there and get shot like he would have done it at the war. He's just going to build this personality of your son. It's a great thing. And I think you need to look forward to him coming back. So, he's going to learn a lot. He's going to learn from his dad, the best person to learn from, Lovey. So he'll learn a lot of discipline, and he'll learn how good his life was previous to him going and working hard too, So, but we'll leave it there. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM. We'll be back in a second.
Alive 90.5.
Hard work never killed anybody, as far as I'm concerned.
Be sure to check out the Mind Positive podcast. We chat with awesome people from around the world who share their inspiring life stories. The Mind Positivo podcast was featured in the top 25% of shared podcasts globally on Spotify, and we have listeners tuning in from over 53 countries. Make sure to check out the Mind Positivo podcast on YouTube or wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts. Station sponsor.
Are you ready to take control of your super? Join Rob Joseph from My SMSF, Australia's trusted fixed fee SMSF specialists, as he explains how you can invest in property and even Bitcoin through your super fund. With over 14 years of experience, My SMSF helps you grow your retirement savings with confidence, transparency, and expert guidance. Visit mysmsfproperty.com.au today and start your journey to smarter super investing. Station sponsor.
Thanks for listening to Alive 90.5. If you enjoy the service Alive provides to the community, then why not become a member of the station today? Head across to our website, alive905.com.au, scroll down the page and click on the general volunteering link to download a membership application. Become a voice of the community with Alive 90.5.
Dive into the latest news with Oz Arab Media, your premier destination for the latest events, captivating stories, and rich insights from the Arab world and Australia. Stay informed, inspired, and connected. Download the app or tune in to our platforms today. Oz Arab Media, bridging cultures, connecting communities.
HR Images is a team of professionally trained photographers with a passion for delivering a high-quality service. We believe photography is about telling a story and capturing those rare moments. We offer a personalised, unique experience for every photo shoot, specialising in weddings, christenings, family portraits. Visit hrimages.com.au. Mention this ad to receive a complimentary 12 by 18-inch enlargement. HR Images brings you a bundle of joyful memories for you to cherish for your next event. Station sponsor.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero. And welcome back to my show. We're in our last half an hour or last 20 minutes. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to that main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Now, I was just reading one of the messages up here by Holly Raven Moon. And what it was, hi, first time in. I've been struggling with energy shifts and was wondering if that's kind of finally stopping and we'll start feeling better. Well, that's what I've been talking about tonight there, Holly. If you've just joined us, I've been talking about the moon and the full moon, which was a blood moon for this month. So if you've had struggles with the energy shifting with that, we need to learn, go and look up, things about the full moon and how the energy shifts and the tide and everything like that. You'll start to understand it. But controlling this is not easy sometimes, and especially when it's a full moon time. Even for myself, because I'm a big energy person as well, I pick up on the moon shift, but it's also crazy how other people pick it up as well, and they don't know how to respond to it. So start focusing more on the moon, and also you need to protect yourself, lovey, because if you're struggling, and you're going to struggle because you keep saying it with energy shifts, then you need to start to control that energy shift, if that makes sense. And sometimes it's very hard to do, but sometimes we just got to ask Spirit. And this sounds pretty double Dutch here. It's kind of crazy stuff, but you just ask your spirit and your guides and all your, you probably don't even know how many you have. I don't even know how many I have, but I know there's a few. Your angels and all that around you to protect you when you're having this, and I also had a friend down the South Coast that he rang me one day and says, Lesley, I'm losing my mind. I've got this energy. I can feel the energy of people now and blah, 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 blah. But what he was doing was he was delving too far into the detail of all this energy and all this crazy stuff that I didn't even know about. But I said to him, listen, mate, once you become more experienced with this stuff, and you start to learn about spirit and your spirit and how your angels work and how everything works around you, because it is there. There's something there, because how on earth would I get all these messages if I wasn't, I don't even have cards. Like I don't even do tarot cards. This is my desk, and I don't need tarot cards, but when spirit comes along and tells me something, how on earth would I know if it's not something out there to tell me? So look at protecting yourself, putting white light over you in the shower. When you're in the shower, make sure that the water is running over you and you close your eyes and it's a white light and it's running all the negativity down the drain, lovey, and start to look at things like that. Because if you're more spiritual than you think you are, you might be just not even under attack or anything, but just kind of not protecting yourself from all the entities around you, and you're picking up on it and you don't need to pick up on it. It's like one of my relatives could not handle, when they were unwell, they were in the hospital, and they could not handle being in a room because of all the energies from the previous people in the room. And I said, you've got to start protecting yourself. You've got to start to look at stop ignoring what you have as a gift and start protecting yourself, because it's the only way that you're going to get through things. So there you go. Jewel Polglaze, hi Les. 4 years today since my sister passed. Does she have any messages for me, please? And thank you. Okay, what do we got here for Jewel Polglaze? Jewel Polglaze has been with me since day one of my shows, and a lot of the people on here as well as Jules. So what do we get? I don't know why, but I just got Mary Ann or Mary or Many, something like that, an M name. I'm also getting Sue or Susie as well. I don't know why. I don't know who that is around you. So Mary or Marianne and Susie. And I'm also getting 18 around you. 1 and 8 is 9 in the month of September also. I'm also getting 14 around you, 5 in the month of May as well. And messages for you, Jules, is to keep smiling. I do feel like that something's got you down in the last few weeks, maybe health or something like that. But I'm also feeling that that something's just got you down. I feel like that you need to be lifted up a bit, something with motivation. Motivation, yeah, definitely need to get out of the house more. I'm just hearing get out of the house, okay? If that makes more sense, get out of the house. Do you have issues with the garden or gardening, or did she do gardening, or what's with the gardening? Because I'm just seeing outside somebody bending down, pulling out weeds or stuff like that out of the ground. Pulling weeds. Or have you been doing that? And she's also shown me the clothesline. Out of all things, the old-fashioned clothesline, like the one where they're like, I don't know, I can't even draw. I can't draw, Jules. You've been with me for a long time, but this kind of clothesline. And look, it looks like an antenna, but anyway, like that. Okay. So I don't know what the go is with the clothesline, but that's what she's showing me, the clothesline. Did you have an issue? Did it fly off? I don't understand. What happened to it? Or did you used to swing on that with her when you were kids? Swinging? Because she keeps showing me that, and she's just laughing. She had a very peculiar laugh. She's laughing at me saying that swinging on the clothesline. But did one of you try that, or what's with that? Or the clothes? Or I don't see clothes on it though. It's just really bizarre. I don't understand that one. But anyways, I'll leave it there. But just saying hi to you, and yeah, enjoy. Have you got a dinner? Not a date, but have you got a dinner function? Dinner function in October, or something coming up in October as well? October, because I feel like dinner is on the cards, like a special occasion. Special occasion. Something on the cards for October there for you, Miss Jewel Polglaze. Any other validations there, Miss Ellie?
Yeah.
Over to you.
So Jessica Pace said, thank you for my reading. My fur baby was only 3 when he passed, and there were no symptoms. It was all so unexpected. And she said, I just have had wisdom teeth surgery, so possibly referring to the medication I am taking for the moment for it. The father figure in my life is my dad. Not sure about the pain in the leg. I will eventually be moving home, which is most likely towards the end of the year or the start of next year.
Ah, there we go. Yes. The legs. Did she say that she had any issues with the foot? Oh, be careful then, because I don't want you to hurt your foot. But I do see police around as well, knocking on the door. Not sure what that is, but I will leave it there. Thank you. No other valid any others? So we've got here Angela Griffith, big struggles, finally moved into a new home. My car broke down and I lost my job. Wiring and stressed. Does Spirit have anything for me? Thank you. Yes, 100% Lovey. And the same principles apply with you, Angela. Angela Griffith. Where there's a look, I'm just hearing where there's a will, there's a way with you. Where there's a will, don't lose heart, Lovey. There's a way. And I'm also seeing, look, I've been saying this pretty much all night again, and I always say it is the Secret 4 movie, Lovey. You need to jump off and go and watch that on YouTube. It's about 121 minutes long. It'll change your life. It's changed my life. I never stress over money. I know it's always coming in for me, and that's how I think all the time. You know, I never not have money. And wouldn't matter what I did, I always get by with, you know, with like the survival mechanism, if that makes sense. And that's just the way I've always operated. And I feel like this is the same for you. So, but finally moved into your new home. The car situation, that's going to change as well. And I'm actually seeing you do something from home at the moment. I don't know why. I just heard online. Can you do something from online, or can you do something like that? Everything's going to change, and this is going to be after October. So I'm just hearing you're going to spiral down a little bit more, but then you're going to boost yourself up. You're going to say, I've had enough of this, and I'm going to go forward. I'm shifting gears. As soon as you have that mindset and you shift gears and you stop worrying about the struggles, the big struggles, because they've been done, they've dusted, they're gone now. You don't need to have more struggles by manifesting them, okay? So we don't want that. And this is what I try and get through to people's heads all the time is don't keep putting out there to the universe the struggles. Don't ever write that word again. Don't ever write you're having big struggles. Finally moved into my new home. My car broke down. I've lost my job. Wiring and stressed. Put it all aside. I know it's really, really hard to do because you're in dire straits right now. But when you are in dire straits, I know it's hard to do. I get it. But right now, you need to have a mindset that can shift gears overnight so that you can actually manifest what you want, not what you don't want. Because what you're going to get is what you don't want, Lovey, and I don't want that for you. Okay, and I'll leave that there. Okay. Heather Fraser, 18th of September could be the day he comes home to be laid to rest. We find out tomorrow. Okay, Heather. Right, what did I say about that one, Heather Fraser? Remember, Elle?
That was her kid's dad.
Oh, her kid's dad, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yes, poor thing. Oops. Oh, there goes my pen. Yeah, not good. But I still get the 18th, Lovey, so yeah. And you know, it's hard when you lose an animal, let alone losing a human, you know. And us parents, you know, we feel hopeless sometimes when we can't help our kids. I get it. And you know, they're trying to get on with their life and we still can't get it, you know, and I get it. So okay. I'll leave that there. So yes, they're organising what date was it? The 18th of October for that. So the 18th of October, they've got 6 spots. 4 spots now. Huh? 4 spots. 4 spots available. Are you going to go? I'm not going to go to this one. I don't know if I can. I think I've got a function on that night. 4 spots left.
Yeah, no, I'm busy.
You're busy that night as well. Yeah. Right, let's keep going. If you've got a question, then post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Yes. Tana Mendez, will my kids come home soon? I really need some guidance in my life from Spirit, ? Where's your please and thank you, Tana? I know things are tough, but there's no need for that. With my kids, yes, I do feel like, but I don't feel like it's going to be until after October, Tana. After October. I also get the number 12 around you, so December as well. So 3 or March. So a lot of numbers there for you, but I'm also getting 11. So November, big 3 months coming up. Big 3 March. Everything's going to settle down by March. And I'll leave that there. Look forward to it, lovey. Look forward to, this is where people go wrong with the manifesting, you know, like they need to look forward to seeing their children. You know, we did this, I can't remember. Do you remember who that lady was that in the States that never could see her grandchildren? And I said, don't worry. And she hadn't seen his grandchildren forever and ever. And then I can't remember her name. And all of a sudden she sends a message just out of the blue, beginning of the year, saying that her daughter's brought the grandchildren around. I went, wow, that's incredible, because she never thought that she was ever going to see them. So, yes. But we'll leave that there. I'm just scrolling down. Any other validations there, Miss Ellie?
No.
Rose Tinsley, I would love a guidance, please, around my job. Will my meeting go well? Rose Tinsley. What do we get for that, Spirit? I do see, look, I see worry and I see confusion before this. Confusion and worry before this meeting. But I do see smiles on your face after. And even though you might not be 100% happy with the meeting, I don't see you staying there for much longer. And I feel like either February or March next year, moving on. Moving on. I don't understand what that is about. If I had more time, I'd be able to work it out. But I just see moving on. And I also see a birthday cake as well. So whose birthday is it? And I feel like this is going to be around February. February for the birthday. Okay, around you, someone around you, if it's not yourself. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Look forward to things, guys. If you've got struggles, you don't keep saying you've got struggles. If you've got, issues with work, you always say, I can't wait to go to work tomorrow because it's going to be amazing. And it will turn out amazing. You've got to shift gears up here for the universe to shift gears with your spirit. Yes, Alison Roach says, oh yes, losing your dog is heartbreaking, 100%. It's very traumatizing. What else have we got here? Yeah, it's kind of, you get over the pet being there for a little while, then it comes back again, and then you get over it again, then it comes back again, and people think that I'm invincible for some reason. They think that I'm available and invincible every 2 seconds, and I'm not. I'm just another person, another living woman that actually has to have a life as well. So Stacey Wheeler, she's just put a big validation up there, I think.
Oh, I've done that one.
Oh, you've done that one?
From Julie.
Another one. From who?
Julie.
Okay, go.
So Jules Polgley said Marianne was my brother's dog.
Oh.
Susie was our dog when we were little.
Oh my God, I got the 2 dogs. Can you believe it?
18 is my birthday. September 14th is Ethan, her grandson's birthday. Yesterday I often pull out weeds, and I did it on Friday at her daughter's place on Friday just gone. And yes, the old Hills hoist metal clothesline, we used to swing on it when we were kids. Not sure about the October date yet.
So she used to, I knew it because I didn't see clothes on it, and I said swinging on the clothesline. Yes, because I used to do it. They showed me when I used to do it, because I used to do that with my sister. How cool is that? Thank you, Miss Polgley. That's a very good validation. How cool is that? Well, there you go. That's what you get for being on here for 9 million years with me. But I'll leave it there. Any other validations there, Ellie?
Yeah, there's one from Angela Griffin. She said, I'm working on getting an online job. My husband has
wow, that's cool.
My husband has full-blown Alzheimer's at this point and cannot be left alone. I don't want to put him in a home. I want to keep him close.
Yeah, beautiful.
I still have my 3 granddaughters full-time. I am finally closing the chapter on... It keeps on jumping. I'm finally closing the chapter on the stress and drama we had to endure living with the living arrangement in the last home, I tried to pull all the positive out of the negative. I understand we have to go through the storm before we get to the clear
That's
sky.
right.
I pray and hope for the best, even the least person in my world. Thanks so much, beautiful angels of the light. Have a fantastic evening.
Thank you. And did you get Jessica Pace's one?
Yeah, we've done.
Oh, we've done that one, the fur baby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, okay. Yes, I remember that one now with the wisdom teeth. Wow. Go figure. Okay. We done that one from Crystal Brownmores as well. Yes. I'm a bit behind, Ellie.
Tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit. Yes. I'm going down further here, but I think that's it for tonight. No other validations, and we might leave it there. We'll be back next week from 8 till 10, and you're listening to Alive 90.5 FM. Good evening, everybody, and have a beautiful week. Cheers. Bye.
Alive 90.5.